Hey everyone, good evening and welcome back to your favorite channel, BYJU'S. Yes, so how are you all doing today? Good, all of you. Yes, can we have the chat running over here? So that I can see who all has joined in for today's class. Meanwhile, what you can do is you can quickly message your friends, tell them that the session has started so that they can also join in, because today we will be covering a very important topic. In fact, I'll say a very confusing topic also, because a lot of questions are based on concentration of solutions. So it's very important that you attend the class in the most attentive manner today. A lot of questions in the exam, I'm reinforcing the same thing. A lot of questions in the exam are based on this topic. So yes, this is a very important topic from the chapter, Is Matter Around Us Pure? Yes, I can see now. Hey Abhiditya, Prashansa, Asif. Good evening all of you. So we already know what solutions are, right? Solutions, they are the homogeneous mixtures of two or more substances. We've done that. We know about that. But now, what about the concentration of solution? This is something new. And I think every time we come up with something new, it's really exciting to discover more about science, isn't it? Hey, Garthik. Yes, good evening, all of you. Yes, Hemani. Hey, Purna. Yes, hobbies and crafts. First of all, tell me what's your name? Hey, Abhiditya. Yes, I can see that. Yes, correct. Mass by mass भी करेंगे, mass by volume भी करेंगे. We'll be covering everything. Hey, Almia. Kia. Good to know that. So have you ever heard about this term? Okay, this is a concentrated solution. This is a dilute solution. Have you ever come across these terms? Yes, volume by volume, we'll do that as well. Hey, Himani. Shruti, Naveen. I can see slowly all kids are joining in. Oh, you've heard. Yes, absolutely. And how many of you are hearing it for the first time? Like something named as, something called as concentrated solution, something being called as, dilute solution. Solutions we all know. This is what we've mastered till now. Oh, Naveen ne kara hai. Good. Oh, you're making random guesses. So we'll talk about concentration. Shruti has made a guess. We'll rectify what you've written, Shruti. And this is what the class is going to be all about, to discover new things now. This is for grade 9, all of you. You have a chapter, Is Matter Around Us Pure, right? In this is a very important topic, that is concentration of solutions, that we will be covering today. Yes, it's a numerical based topic. Before I could ask it out, Himani has a lot of questions for me. Good. That's okay, all of you. So yes, fatafat se give me a green signal that everything is working fine. You can see me properly. You can see this PPT. You can see this smiley. So that we get started with today's class. Yeah, we are asking everybody, what's your name? What's your name? That's what the chat box is, showing right now. Prashansa has already given me a green signal. Come on, rest of you. Let me know if everything is working fine. Thank you, Purna. Yes, Ishwari. Alright, so I want all of you to keep participating as and when I ask you something, okay? Let's get started. Let's see what are we going to cover today. Now that you've given me a green signal, thank you, Himani. I think, in fact, I'll say high five. Okay, so dilute and concentrated solutions, I was telling you. You might have come across these terms, but today we'll understand what is a dilute solution, what's a concentrated solution, because this is a very important part of chemistry. And this is going to help you not just in the theoretical exam, but in practicals as well. So be very, very attentive in today's class. And then of course we've got types of solution based on the type of solute that we have, solubility in a solution, and finally concentration of a solution. Now a lot of terms are out there which you might think are new to you, or maybe you've just heard them without even understanding the meaning of it. Hey Rajat, this is not the first session of this chapter. You might have seen some previous videos as well. So we are continuing with the chapter. Yes, Rajat. So this is the first live session for the chapter, but we've had, we've put up recordings out there. In case you've missed it, we'll quickly recall everything for you, don't worry. Okay, so yes, for Rajat, who was not there in the last class, we were talking about lemonade. So we keep coming up with some kind of exciting example so that you can relate science to your day-to-day life. Now, when we were talking about lemonade, we know it has water, we know it has lemon juice, it has salt, it has sugar, and it can actually have anything that you want in your lemonade. But one thing is for sure, that you will have certain substances as solute and you will have a solvent as well, right? So what else would you like to add to your lemonade? Let's just ask you once. It's okay, Chandrakanta. Yeah, foodies, a lot of foodies. So we've kept all these examples because we've realized over time that you even are big time foodies. Oh, you're fully ready for the chapter. That's great. Okay, you had lemon, sugar, salt only. Yeah, that's what we've taken. Black salt, more salt, ice. Okay. I just feel like having a lemonade right away. Mani says kala namak. Alright, so yes, when we talk about a lemonade, we know it's a solution. Everything is homogeneous, right? It's a homogeneous solution because everything is just completely dissolving and there is no separate boundary of separation. Now in that, we know there's something that's a solute. We know something that this is going to be a solvent. Water is present in excess. So that's the solvent in this case. Now we have sugar, salt and lemon as the solute. So, it's not always necessary that solute will be in the solid state. So, this is a point that you need to remember here. So, we've kind of broken down our lemonade to understand the chemistry behind it. We know the solute, we know the solvent, and together they are making the solution. Super tasty solution. Prashansa jal jeera pe chali gayi hai. Yes. Okay, that's soda also. Now, let's do one thing. Somebody was saying some more salt. So let's actually add some more salt to this lemonade. So we're just adding some more salt. And now I'm going to ask you a question really soon. So keep paying attention to what I'm saying. So you have your tasty lemonade, your personalized lemonade with you, and you've added some more salt to it. So this is the lemonade. We are adding some salt. Then we are adding some more salt to it. And finally we have solution B. So solution A is there. Solution B is there. Original lemonade is obviously there. So you're just adding salt, and then finally you've got solution B. Now based on this, hey Chandrakanta, good to read your guess. I want to ask you this question. Is there any difference between solution A and solution B? You can see these two cases out there. So solution A, like to solution A, we've added some more salt and then we've got solution B. Shruti is saying NaCl add karenge, common salt add karenge, that's sodium chloride. Okay, so let's say that the salt is sodium chloride. So, what is the difference between solution A Prashansa says that the amount of solute is different. Amount of solute is different in solution A and in solution B. And she's actually right, you know. Salt is a solute in this case. And clearly in solution A, you will notice lesser particles, but in solution B, you will notice more salt particles. That's nothing but a solute. So amount of solute, that is actually salt, is differing in solution A and solution B, and it's increasing as we go to solution B. Everything crystal clear till here? You've understood everything till here? We'll come to all those terms that you're using in the chat box. Yes, awesome guys. So solution A, solution B, clearly we could figure this out, that as we go from solution A to solution B, what is happening? We are increasing the amount of solute, and this brings us to two very important terms, dilute and concentrated solutions. And I know a lot of you are very happy because you're just posting dilute, concentrated, so and so is dilute, so and so is concentrated. So depending upon the amount of solute in a solution, we can further classify solutions as dilute and concentrated. Now let's understand what these terms actually mean. Now dilute solution is actually having lesser amount of solute, lesser amount of salt in the example that we've taken for a given amount of solvent. So we're kind of keeping the solvent to be constant, okay. Now a concentrated one would have more amount of solute, right? So solution A that contains lesser amount of salt will be comparatively a dilute solution. And solution B that was containing more amount of salt will be comparatively a concentrated solution. Yes, correct. So you know these terms are basically being used in comparison. Say suppose to solution B, if I add some more salt, some more salt, some more salt, if I keep on adding, then of course solution C eventually which I'll get would be more concentrated. So now you know what is a dilute solution and what is a concentrated solution. Shruti says acid mixed with a lot of water is called dilute. Yes, because a lot of water is there, right? So in a way, the solution becomes dilute. Okay, so we've taken lots of solvent in this case and we've taken very less amount of solute. Okay, and when we have less amount of water, it's kind of, or maybe, you know, more amount of the acid comparatively. Yes, dilute has more amount of solvent. Solvent as it is would be present in more amount only. See, you know, both these cases solvent is present in more amount only, but comparatively you'll notice that for a dilute solution lesser amount of solute is there as compared to the concentrated one. Okay, Mona Lisa, not a problem. So yes, we know that solution A was dilute and solution B was concentrated. Now based on this, let me quickly ask you a question because I think you people are very much aware of this concept now. So two cases are right in front of you. You can see on the screen. In case one, you will see 12 grams of, let's say, your favorite chocolate powder is being added to 250 ml of milk. And in the second case, 50 grams of course, your favorite chocolate powder is being added to 250 ml of milk. Now let me ask you which is going to be the concentrated solution. Which is going to be the concentrated one? Well, this is amazing that all of you are voting for the same option. Everybody's like, ma'am, obviously it's going to be case 2. So yes, clearly in case 1, 12 grams of the solute is there. So lesser solute is present. In the second case, 50 grams is there. In fact, for this particular question, you can actually see a change in color. Like the second case would be darker in color. Yeah. So yes, it has more solute in it. It will be more chocolatey in a way. Yes. So the more concentrated one, without a doubt, is going to be case 2. And dilute one would be case 1. Yes. Good. So you have in a way mastered dilute and concentrated solutions. But you know, we were discussing initially when we said, you know, today's agenda is to just master everything about solutions. So there is more to cover. And for that, let's do one thing. Let's do one really cute activity. Okay. So yes, let's do this activity, and I'll request Harish sir to place me in the middle so that you all can see this. Yes? Yeah. Alright, so in this case, let's do one thing. I have a glass of water with me over here. Okay, and I also have something in this cup, something in this bowl. So this actually contains a solute, which is sugar. So I have sugar and I have a glass of water. Now, let's do one thing. I'm taking this glass of water and I am adding 1 spoon of sugar to this. So let's add, I hope you all can see this. Let's quickly stir this. And you can see that the sugar has completely dissolved in this. Now note this. Here we actually, the amount of solute is very, very less. I want you to note this. Why I'm stirring? So that, it just completely dissolves. We know sugar dissolves in water, right? So clearly you can see that a clear solution is being obtained. Please note that this is the first case. I'll ask you the names later. Okay, so this is the first case. Yes, now there is a name given to such solutions. What I want you to note is that at this point of time, the amount of solute is very less. We can actually add more solute to it. So let's do one thing. Let's add more solute to the same solution and see if it dissolves or not. What do you think? Will it dissolve? I'm adding some more to this. Let's see if it's dissolving or not. So I'll stir it again. And what I'm realizing is at this point of time, I cannot add any more solute to this, because if more solute is being added, then it will not get dissolved at this temperature. So this water is kept at certain temperature. Yes, Almaya. Right now it has completely dissolved, but if I'll put some more, then this sugar will not get dissolved in water. Let's do one thing. Let's ask Harish sir to quickly go and just warm this a bit. Just warm this a bit. Yes, so sir will just be back really, really soon. Meanwhile, in the chat box, what I want you to tell me is, there was a stage that was reached in the glass of water where no more solute could have been added. Now, quickly we'll have the lukewarm version of the sugar solution really soon with us. Do you think more salt could be dissolved? What do you think? Will we be able to dissolve some more salt? We are just heating that salt solution a bit. How many of you are in the yes team? How many of you are in the no team? Let's see. Is it just one unanimous answer? Oh, Prashansa says yes, but after boiling. At some point, it doesn't dissolve. Yeah, Shruti, at some point, it stops dissolving. After heating, Prashansa says. Okay. After heating, you are saying that more salt could be dissolved. Let's see. Okay, thank you, sir. So now, we have a lukewarm version of it. It's not that hot, but we've increased the temperature slightly. Let's continue to add salt and see if we can add some more or not. So I'm taking some more sugar. You can take salt also. I'm taking sugar actually here. You can do the same experiment. Let's see. At that point, I could see that, small particles were settling down. No more could be dissolved. But now when we have heated this, can something be done? Can we actually add some more sugar? Let's see. So yes, I'm mixing this. Yes, Kalpana, hobbies and crafts, super cool answers. Yeah? You people have already guessed this. There you go. It has completely dissolved. Now, clearly, we have increased the temperature in this case, and we notice that, more amount of sugar could be dissolved in water. Yes, absolutely right. So let's, in a way, switch back to the smaller version and understand what just happened over here. Now, based on the amount of solute. In this case, we took sugar, right? We can have unsaturated solution, we can have saturated solution, and we can have super saturated solution. So new terms are coming up, guys. Pay a lot of attention. Initially, this was the first case when I just added 1 spoon of sugar to water. I knew at that point of time I can add more sugar. It will get dissolved. The second case was a saturated one where I knew that, if I add some more sugar, that is not going to get dissolved. But after heating, what we realize is more and more sugar could be added to water. And if you'll actually leave it to cool, you will realize something amazing happening. So in a way, it turned out to be super saturated solution. Good, Numan. If you will pay attention like this, you will understand everything. Yes, proud of you. Yes, Vartika, Saika, Viditya, Prashansa. Absolutely, guys. So, coming to the unsaturated solution. Let's see how do we actually define them. See, in unsaturated solution, you can see that it contains less than the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved at a given temperature. Now, the focus is on the term temperature. So the amount of solute that we have added is in a way less than the maximum amount that could have been added. For such solutions, we have given it a name which is unsaturated solutions. Again, the focus is given temperature, because as temperature changes, all this is going to change for sure, right? So there you go. You have understood what unsaturated solutions are. Hey Aditya, good Shruti. Okay, coming to saturated one. Now, when no more solute can be dissolved in the given solvent at a given temperature, that we term it as saturated solution. So, the amount of solute that we have added, that could be actually, that's equal to the maximum amount of solute that could have been added otherwise as well. Again, at a given temperature. That is your saturated solution. Now, beyond this, if you will keep adding, the salt will not get dissolved. Right. Now coming to super saturated one, look how it's changing. Now it has more solute dissolved than a saturated solution. So clearly we saw that we've made a saturated solution when we heated it. So in a way we could add some more sugar to this. So it has more solute, more sugar than the saturated solution. Yes, absolutely right. Ions में problem है, negative and positive. Ions में. What problem, Shruti? Hey, Manu. So, yes, super saturated, solutions that we have can be prepared by adding the solute in excess at high temperature and then, suddenly cooling them. So, when you add it at high temperature, kind of more and more solute can be added. Yes. Yeah, so please know that there's a relation between the amount of solute that you're adding and temperature, because we're going to come back to that. But if you've understood saturated, unsaturated and supersaturated, I have a question and I am shooting the question at you right now. Quickly answer this one. 250 ml of milk can be dissolved. It can dissolve a maximum of 25 grams of chocolate powder. So, we have a glass which contains 250 ml of milk, and at the most it can dissolve 25 grams of chocolate powder. If 2 different cups of chocolate milk are made, as shown in the figure, you have to identify the type of solution. So basically, is it a saturated, unsaturated or supersaturated one? That is what you have to figure out. So for case 1, let's start with case 1. What do you think? Is case 1 saturated, supersaturated or unsaturated? Yes, so for the first one, we are taking 12 grams. For the second one, we're taking 50 grams. So for case 1, let's see how many of you can figure this out. कौन सी टीम में हो आप? Is it the saturated one, unsaturated or supersaturated? Case 1, Vartika says it's going to be unsaturated. Here, a lot of you are saying unsaturated. Saika ने तो case 2 का भी आंसर दे दिया. Yes, all of you. Kalpana says case 2 is saturated. Ash says पहला unsaturated है ma'am, second super saturated है. Shiva is like saturated, unsaturated छोड़ो. I will tell about dilute and concentrated. Okay. Yes, you people are absolutely right. So, in the first case, this is going to be unsaturated, correct? Yes. See, the maximum amount that could be dissolved was 25 grams, right? 12 grams is way lesser than that. That means we can add more solute to this milk, right? So, yes, this is going to be unsaturated. But in the second case, say suppose we've taken hot milk, we've kind of raised the temperature and we are able to add more amount of solute, more amount of chocolate powder. In that case, 50 grams is being added, making it unsaturated. So clearly, you could figure this out based on the amounts given, that the first one is unsaturated, second one is super saturated. Yes, Shiva says if it was for real, I would have I'll just drink that milk. Great. Yeah. So I'm telling you, all this is being based on your love for food, I would say. Love for chemistry, interlinked with love for food. Yeah. Chini dalo, doodh piyo. Okay. We'll come to colloids. Don't worry, Prince. Yes. Shruti, ions, bacha, they are charged particles. So obviously they'll have charges, right? We'll come to ions, don't worry, we will cover everything. Okay, Abhishek. Oh, that's how Abhiditya. Abhishek plus Aditya. Good. Yes, Vartika, definitely. Alright, now this brings us to a very important term, that is solubility. Now solubility, to understand this, just keep in mind that we're talking about a saturated solution. You can see the solute particles, a certain amount of solute particles that it can take, right? Now the amount of those solute particles which are present in the saturated solution at a particular temperature is known as solubility. So we keep saying this is soluble, this is not. We keep talking about that, but we need to know what exactly is solubility. So it's the amount of solute, in this case we were talking about chocolate powder, that is actually present in a saturated solution. You know what a saturated solution is right now. And that too at a given temperature. So because if temperature changes, we just realize that, the amount of solute that could have been dissolved, that is also changing. So there you go, that is what is solubility. Yes, Numan, we'll come to that. Don't worry. We are right now doing solutions. We'll come to colloids. Which are the best books? We'll definitely let you know. Don't worry about this. Yes. Now, constantly I'm just focusing on one fact, that temperature का एक बहुत important role है solubility. So temperature is very, very important when we talk about solubility. Let's see how. Now, there is certain amount of solute that could be dissolved at a particular temperature, but as temperature increases, solubility also increases. So right now we realize when the water was lukewarm, we could add more salt to that. Or add more sugar to that. That means add more solute to that. So as temperature is increasing, solubility is also increasing. So solubility increases with the increase in temperature. But, please pay attention. Here we are talking about solids in liquid. So sugar or salt, they are solids. Water is a liquid. So solubility of the solute that we are talking, if it's a solid, then solubility is going to increase with the increase in temperature. When we talk about gases, this is not the case. So find that out what happens, to the solubility of gases when temperature is increased. This is not going to be the case then. Yes. So finally, over here, another really important point, solubility, when we talk about different solutes, they're going to have different solubilities in the given solvent. Say suppose we've got salt, we've got sugar, they're not going to dissolve in the same manner. And there's a very interesting pattern that you need to realize for this. And for that, all you have to do is download BYJU'S the Learning app and go ahead, explore more about solubility over there. Alright, now we know what solubility is. amount of solute in a saturated solution at a given temperature. So we are sorted till here. But there's another thing that we said we'll be discussing, that is concentration. Now when we talk about concentration, it says that it's the amount of solute present in a given amount of solution or solvent. What exactly is concentration? Do you know about dilute? You know about concentrated solutions. But what is concentration of a solution? And how do we calculate that? Well, let's see this now. And a lot of numericals are coming your way, so you be ready with a pen and paper, okay? Now, when we talk about a solution, there's a term called concentration of a solution that we can actually find out. How? Well, let's see. It's the amount of solute. It's the amount of solute that's present in a given amount of solution. That actually tells us about the concentration. What's the amount of solute that's present in a given amount of solution? Or you can also say in terms of solvent. So there, the amount of solute was with respect to solution. Here it's with respect to solvent. So it's the amount of solute that you can see present in a given amount of solvent. Now, I am constantly saying amount of solute, but what do I mean by that? Now, this could be in terms of mass, this could be in terms of volume when we talk about solution solvent. Mr. Khan says, ma'am, in Hindi. Okay, I'll mix. I'll say in English then. Yes, Jwalita. Sometimes we refer to the concentration in terms of the amount of solvent as well. In that case, it's going to be amount of solute present in a given mass or volume of the solvent. Yes. We'll solve numericals based on this and you will be able to understand everything. So in a way, two formulas come out of it. The first formula of concentration would be the amount of solute divided by the amount of solution, and the second one, amount of solute divided by amount of solvent. We'll solve numericals based on this, so don't worry. Correct. Yes, Naman, we'll take it up. Okay, let me give you a numerical to solve and then let's see. You have to take this formula into account. Be ready with a question that's coming your way. Formula of concentration of a solution will be amount of solute divided by amount of solution that you have into, yes, into 100. Alright, so these are the two amounts that you have. So this brings us to three really important formulae. Now, initially I noticed a lot of you were saying mass by mass, you said mass by volume, you said volume by volume. Now, all these are being expressed in terms of percentage. Yes. Absolutely right. 100. Pehle likh diya. So, mass by mass, very, very simple, guys. Just for this particular three set of formulas that we have, notice one thing, that the numerator is always solute and the denominator is always solution. The way of expressing is changing. It's solute divided by solution. But what is there in solute? What is there in solution? Let's see. When we talk about mass by mass, so we'll take mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. When we talk about mass by volume, we'll take mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. And when we talk about volume by volume, we'll take volume of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. I think this is pretty easy. Do you agree with me that if I give you a numerical based on this, you will be able to solve really quick? Lightning speed se answer de doge sab. Yeah, so as temperature is increasing, kinetic energy is also increasing. प्रशंसा ने तो thumbs up दे दिया, मैम जल्दी से फटाफट से हमें numerical दो, we want to solve that. Hobbies and crafts. Guru Prasad Yadav, okay, a lot of you are saying yes, yes. Quickly show us what the numerical is, but be very careful, okay? So the question is right in front of you. The question says that 15 grams of chocolate powder is dissolved in hot milk to make a 200 ml solution. You have to calculate the concentration of this hot chocolate solution that you have. And I think I should give you say about 15 seconds. Is it more than enough? Yes, Numan. Giving you the numerical right away. Yes, Abhishek. So I'll remember, Abhiditya is Abhishek plus Aditya now. Hobbies and crafts literally took just 5 seconds to answer. So good. So did Guru Prasad. I'm getting such quick answers in the chat box, which is in a way just confirming that people have understood the concept, plus your maths is on point, guys. Shruti, Kalpana, Prashansa, Guru Prasad, Numan, Vartaka, Himani. Awesome. Monalisha. सबने फटाफट आंसर दे दिया यार. Yes, Manoj. Yes, Bhavya. I can see all of you've answered. Yes, Aditya. Anchal. Hey, Anchal. Hey, Nivedita. Correct. You people are just awesome. So, see. Here what's happening, we've got a chocolate powder. Right? And we've got a hot milk. So, chocolate powder is kind of our solute and hot milk is like our solvent. So, we're adding solute to solvent to make a tasty hot chocolate. So, the hot chocolate is right in front of you. Yes, Prashansa. Correct. Now, in this case, clearly, you can see that in the question, it says 15 grams of chocolate powder is being given to us. All right. And it's being dissolved in hot milk, that's a solvent, to make a solution that is 200 ml. So, first of all, mass of solute given hai, volume of solution given hai. So, mass by volume is what we are calculating, right? So, mass of solute by volume of solution into 100 will give you mass by volume %. Yes, absolutely. It's Annie. Great. Okay. Yes, absolutely right. Hey Mani, don't worry, we'll solve all kinds of numericals. There are a variety of numericals when we talk about concentration. एक category cover करेंगे, not to worry about that. Numan, after solutions, we'll pick up colloids, don't worry. So yes, it's going to be 15 divided by 200. I saw somebody was writing this in the chat box as well. Into 100, giving us a perfect 7.5, which all of you have got. So yes, if you've understood this concept, the formulas that we've told you, the concepts that we've told you, first of all, good. Yes, I can see that. I would definitely want to, highlight this comment out there that whenever we express something, let's put the unit as well. So in this case, for the ones who were writing 7.5, yes, the answer is right. But let's not forget the percent sign as well, the percentage sign as well. Because, in the exam also we'll kind of develop this habit of missing the units. Yes, correct. Alright, if you've understood this numerical and if you were able to solve this all by yourself, quickly hit the like button. Let's see how many of you have understood this. So if you've understood the concept, you know what to do. You will quickly hit the like button. Yes, Talib. Every day there are live sessions of some subject or the other. दर्शन कह रहे हैं हिंदी में. अच्छा, हिंदी में बोल देते हैं. अगर आपने ये न्यूमेरिकल खुद सॉल्व किया है, जल्दी से फटाफट से लाइक बटन हिट कर दो, so that I get to know how many of you have actually liked the question and you knew how to solve it. Concept is clear. Good, all of you, but I told you a lot of numericals are coming your way. So there is a homework question for you that says, and you have to be very careful which formula to use, how to use, what is being given. Is it solution? Is it solvent? Be very careful, okay? A solution contains 70 ml of alcohol mixed with 210 ml of water. You have to calculate the concentration of this solution. This is something very important. It can actually check two things here. So yes, you can type your answers in the comment box below right after the live session, because otherwise, your chat will somewhere be lost. I don't want your answers to be lost in the live chat. Right after the session gets over, Come back and post your answer. Let me actually see if you could solve this version of the numerical also or not. I can see mix of answers are there. Some people are saying 33.33, some people are saying 25%. So guys, solve it with a pen and paper, solve it with all the concepts that I've told you. We have 70 ml of alcohol combining with 210 ml of water. Mixed of answers are coming. Okay, most of you are voting for one answer, but yes, let's see. Yes, so we will definitely come back to it. You never know. Sometimes, the answer which is not in majority might also be the right one. So we'll definitely be discussing this. Don't forget to post your answer in the comment section right after the live session, because in the next class, I'll pick up those names who've actually answered there. And yes, I hope you all are there on Telegram, because, every PDF, whatever we are discussing over here, it goes there. You can check the PDFs, you can check other updates that are going there. We can connect, we can definitely connect more. Yes? Yes, Chandan, bilkul. Telegram फटाफट से join कर लो. So yes, it goes without saying that we've got you covered, and we will be back with amazing sessions for all of you. For the ones who've missed the previous sessions, because what I've realized right now is a lot of you were thinking that this is the first session of this chapter. There are other sessions that are being uploaded on the channel. So go back, watch all those sessions, and then you'll be able to, relate to what is happening in this. Yes, Noman, PDF will be available. Hey, Danny, just subscribe to the channel and you'll get to know about this. Thank you, Abhishek. Yes. Hey, Gurmeher. And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. Just hit the like, share and subscribe button, na? Oh, great. Good, Talib. Yes, absolutely. So, we also feel nice when you encourage us. Hey, Aditya. Awesome. All right, guys. Keep working hard. Keep smiling. And I'll see you super soon again. But don't forget to post the homework answer in the comment section. Take care. Bye-bye.